Yogini. I hope you are well, Yogini. Sip Pankaj, Sip Raju, Sip Samatma, Sip Sagai, Sip Dasi, Sip Mrs. Virchandani, Sip Bliss, Sip Rekha, Sip Roop, Sip Ashok. I saw Kundan, but Kundan's back. And Sip Bliko in the outdoors. And there are many of you who are joining the call, and I can see you coming slowly into the call. The administrator is giving us the topic for today's discussion. And the topic for today's discussion is, I hope you have read it, is death the ultimate purpose of life? Is death the ultimate purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? Why are we alive? Why did we come to this planet? Did we come to Earth to live just to die? Or is there some other purpose? It's a weekend. It's an introspective, reflective discussion, my dear friends. You are Jigyasus, seekers of the truth, seekers of enlightenment. I always tell you, you are that rare 1% of humanity. And amongst that 1%, some of you are 1% of 1%. You are not just seekers, you have realized some truths and you are in that next lot. My goal is to help you reach that 1% of the 1% of the 1%. My goal is to make you reach there where I don't need to speak to you anymore. I need you to be able to realize everything. And it's not just realization. As you know, this week we are talking of Pirlu. This week's subject of discussion is Pirlu. But for now, I'm asking you this question and I want you all to answer. I want everybody on this call to answer today. According to you, is death the ultimate purpose of life? Please start. Is death the ultimate? I want you to tell me. I don't want to listen others. You don't tell me what others are telling. I agree to it. No, I want to hear it from you. Is death the ultimate purpose of life? Sudeep Bhargavan. Sudeep, I can't hear you, Sudeep. Is it my?
No. My problem, sir. I did not unmute myself.
Yes,
sorry.
Yes, Sudeep.
Shivam, sir. Shivam.
Shivam.
Death is the ultimate reality, sir. So, in every body which is there in front of us has to pass away. So,
Correct.
death cannot be the end purpose of the life because that is certain. That's already known. But to know the true meaning of death, that can be considered as the end purpose. That is what we need to realize before this body dies. That what do we really mean by death?
So what do you understand?
What I understand about death is that the body will die, and only the subtle body, if I'm not enlightened, then the subtle body will take another birth. But if I realize that obviously I'm not the body, but if I also realize that I'm not the mind and the ego, then the mind and ego also will lose their existence at the time of my death, and that's liberation. The mind and ego will not be reborn.
So you have any doubt
in your this fact is the real purpose of life. So
do you have any doubt in this understanding, or you are absolutely clear, or you have any hesitation, doubt in this subject? Theoretically 100%, sir, I'm sure. So I have no arguments against it. It's just that a realization, obviously, it's taking a bit of time. So why do you think that there is a 100% clarity but no realization? No, I'm not saying no realization. I'm saying but 100% realization is not there because at times you always tell me that my mind disturbs me. I feel that my ego also disturbs me. Not just the mind, the ego also disturbs me. Yeah, I can't make out that. I can't make out your ego disturbing. Only you can make out. That's maybe possible. I can see mind and ego do disturb me. That's my point. Okay, so you also not only have you answered is that the ultimate purpose of life, you've also found where you are and what you need to do. So I'm asking you a question before end of this call. Don't miss asking me. Yes. How do you solve your problem? So today is your call. Don't forget to use the call for your benefit. So you found a problem that you face. Before 8:30, you need to ask me or tell me what you're going to do to solve this problem. Specifically you, Sudeep, I'm telling that we need to talk about it on the call today. Thank you, Yogini.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham. How are you feeling? Is your
yeah,
pneumonia
I'm
better?
fine. I'm much better. Thank you, sir.
Good, good.
And I experienced a lot during these 4-5 days. So based on that, I wanted to talk. Death, of course, will be to the body.
Yeah.
And the ultimate purpose, what I came into it was different, the goal, that I will get moksha. But during these 5 days, in case if I would have lost
Your
the
life.
battle,
Yeah.
then what would be the
amazing?
What would I do? Again, I have to come back.
No.
This is what I realized.
No. So I'm just telling you. So do not believe that if you are not yet 100% enlightened, that you have to come back. As there are good chances, suppose God forbid, we are talking, you're not afraid of death. Suppose in these 5 days, you lost the battle, like you said.
Yes.
But suppose you were living in yoga, and suppose you had lived in surrender. Suppose you had told the Almighty, Prabhu, ye kya hai? Maut kya hai? I'm ready to die. I'm ready to come to you. That is a good enough state to get liberation. So don't believe that there are some big milestones to cover. Yes, there are big milestones to cover if you have a big life ahead of you. But suppose tomorrow, just to tell you, suppose tomorrow you feel it's going to be my last 5 minutes. Correct?
Yes.
Do not program yourself that you will not get moksha. Program yourself in that 5 minutes to tell the divine, मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु. Tell the divine, तू मेरी जिंदगी है, तू मेरी हर खुशी है, तुझ बिन मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ, सब कुछ तू ही है. That's all you need to do. You just need to tell the divine sincerely from your heart. What? छोड़ के दुनिया तुझको अपना बना दो, एक तू ही चाहूं मैं और कुछ ना चाहूं, तू ही मेरी पहली ख्वाहिश, तू ही आखिरी. If you have this attitude, do not believe that if there is a battle and the divine decides to lift you up, that means you can attain moksha. I hope you have understood. So, but so therefore you gave me the answer, but I'm asking you, therefore, what is the ultimate purpose of life?
Ultimate purpose of life is to find ourselves. Why are we here? What is the goal?
That is the first purpose. Ultimate purpose?
Ultimate purpose is enlightenment.
Correct. And after enlightenment?
Then we have to start on Pirlu.
Good. So you are very clear in your whole subject. The challenge for you, some of you, I know many of you, you are very clear. Huh? You can get a PhD in the subject better than me. You know the subject so clearly. But when it comes to practicals, it is like that boy who knows he knows the anatomy of a frog. He knows how to dissect the frog. But when it comes to practicals, वो डर जाता है. Frog को touch भी नहीं कर सकता है. So we need not just theory, we need practicals. Good. Well, I saw some other hands going up. Who wants to go next? Is that the ultimate purpose of life? Who's going? Good. Sudeep and Yogini. Championed the start. I want everybody to answer. Is that the ultimate purpose of your life? I'm asking you. Are you alive just because you have to die? Is that the purpose of your life? Are you breathing today because you're waiting to die? Are you waiting to die? I'm asking you. You tell me today. Are you waiting to die? Or what is the purpose you are alive?
Shivoham, purpose of my life is to be enlightened before my body dies.
Okay. But just to be enlightened?
No, and get moksha from rebirth.
So moksha you can get only at that moment of death. So the purpose of your life, according to you, is enlightenment. Good.
Yes.
And moksha. Yes. So I'm asking you one small question. So have you reached there, or are you still away from that?
No, I'm not away from it, But yes, I am in this journey. I am very close to it.
Okay.
I'm not away from it.
So my goal is to help all of you to tell confidently, I know my purpose.
Yes.
I know my purpose. This is my purpose. This is what I'm doing. This is, see, if you know the purpose, suppose your purpose is enlightenment. Huh? And for the next 1 month, Rekha, you tell me, I am doing trousseau shopping for the next 1 month because somebody is getting married, and I am in the trousseau shopping for the next 1 month. No, the question is, of course, you are responsible for the trousseau shopping. Of course, there's a marriage happening. Of course, you have to be involved. But can you say, for 1 month, I'm not on Zoom call because of trousseau?
No.
So there is a way for you to have to say that I may be having a trousseau shopping, but 8 o'clock is my Zoom call and I will not miss it.
Yes.
Because that is my daily prescription. That is my daily appointment. No, I'm just giving an example. It may not be the Zoom call, it may be something else.
No, no,
You know,
Zoom call.
Yeah. So for example, every morning when I wake up, without fail, I write a book. Without fail, I give question answers on Quora. Quora, we have got 100 million views on our question answers. Every day. Today, I wrote 2 new bhajans on Viveka Chodaman. I wrote 2 new bhajans. I recorded 3 new videos. So for me, every day, nothing can stop my journey of my purpose of life.
Yes.
So I'm just guiding you all. I'm ready to die now. I'm ready to die now, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whenever the divine ting tong, I'm ready.
Same here.
But
yes, I have to realize my truth.
Yeah. Before the ting tong comes, they need Spirilu. And that's why this Friday we are talking about Spirilu. Thank you, Rekha. Good opening, good open. Atmatra is ready to tell us. Atmatra, is death the ultimate purpose of life?
Shivam sir. As per my understanding, death is not the final purpose. It is a reality, but my purpose of life is to be Jivan Mukta.
Good.
Yes.
Good. And when you are Jivan Mukta, it automatically means, I hope you'll understand, Jivan Mukta is a state which is nothing but moksha. We can be Jivan Mukta. We cannot get moksha.
Yes.
Jivan Mukta is the living state of moksha. So up to now, Atmatra is given one of the best answers. It's a very beautiful answer. The ultimate purpose of life is Jivan Mukta. You know what is Jivan Mukta? You know what is Jivan Mukta? Jivan Mukta means that you are alive, but you are liberated. You are alive and you are not attached. Not to any person, not to any possession, not to any pleasure. I don't know sometimes whether I fail to make you all understand. Sometimes I wonder if I fail. I have taught you all in these calls, you are not supposed to give up any pleasure of life, but you are not supposed to be a slave of any pleasure. I hope you have complete clarity in what I'm saying. I'm saying that we should not be a slave to any person. Does it mean we have to give up all the people? You may have somebody very dear in your life, you love a few people in your life. No problem. No problem, you love few people in your life. Perfectly okay. Don't be a slave. Don't be a slave to a person. Don't be a slave to a possession. Should you have, can you possess a building? Can you possess a house? Can you possess land, money? Of course you can possess. But don't be addicted to it. Don't be a slave to it. Can you enjoy? Today I ate nice pakoda. Pakoda and desi chai. Very good desi chai. I went to Chayos and I had good desi chai, samosa chaat and pakoda. Any problem? No problem. But I cannot be a slave to that. So I have tried my best to explain to you all. A Jivan Mukta is free. is free. Administrator Darcy said it or something in typing, but after Bliss, please read out Darcy. So Bliss
Thank you,
and then Darcy's comment. Bliss.
Hi, Shubham, sir.
Shivoham the Bliss.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm always great.
My goal is not only to reach there, it's to reach such Ananda. And I have to be Jivan Mutta. And I use Pirlu to get all this. And
So the question,
tried.
Bliss, the question again, is death the ultimate purpose of life? You understand
No.
what the subject is, right? What is the ultimate purpose of life?
It's to be liberated.
Very good. Very good. How far are you from there? Are you liberated already?
I don't think so. I think I have still work to do, and I try really hard to reach that.
But there are still some small things that are holding you back, right? Little
Yeah.
small things, right?
Yes.
So
little.
you have to cut those strings. What is tying you, you must cut the strings and open your wings and fly in the sky and find out who am I. Very important. You must cut the strings. Okay? Good.
Yes, thank you so
Very
much.
good. What did Darcy say? And then after Darcy's question, Samatma. What does Darcy say?
I am not slave to anyone.
And a previous comment? I thought there was one previous comment.
Yeah, my dilemma is not getting Sip's darshan, not hearing his voice. I am far from reaching enlightenment, although I have abandoned materially. Please guide.
So you can get knowledge in a college. You can get knowledge in a college. You can go to a college and you can get knowledge. But realization is that spark. Realization, Darcy, is that realization that what if today is my last day? What if it is not? But what if? Before that moment of death, I need to be liberated. And liberation does not mean any change in terms of what you wear, what you eat, where you stay, what you do. Liberation does not mean any change. But like everybody in this call is using terms like Jivan Mukta, like moksha or liberation. We have to be free. We have to be free. And when we are free, you know, what is the feeling, Darcy? Let me tell you. Today, if I am legally owning X, Y, Z, A, B, C, including ashrams, Darcy, you know, we have 3 ashrams, 750 people in the ashrams from the street, and we are taking care of 750 people. But the feeling is I don't do anything. You do everything. So Darcy, I'm giving you 2 keywords, and you need to see if you can contemplate on these 2 keywords. The divine instrument. I am the divine instrument. And when we become the divine instrument, then we are through. As the divine instrument, I do nothing. As the divine instrument, I am saying, oh divine, I am ready to let go. I am ready to let go because I am nothing. I do nothing. You are everything. You do everything. Because Darcy, we know the truth. Darcy, you know Chelaram in Singapore? Darcy?
Yeah, right.
He passed away yesterday. You know that, right?
Yes, I heard that this morning.
So he came to me 10 years back. He met me 10 years back. And he asked me, what is the right way to live? And I told him, I told him the right way to live is not to just continue running our business and business and business and business and one day die. We have, before the moment of death comes, we must be liberated. And for that, nothing else. We have to start living as a divine instrument. The key word, freedom. The key word that I live for you. And if we are able to feel that I'm living for God, I'm not living for anybody else. I'm just living for God. Okay, I provide. Dasi, today I provide to my father, my mother, my family. I provide. But I provide on behalf of the divine. I don't provide as me. No, I don't do. I know I do nothing.
Yeah, Ravi, I claim nothing, to be very frank with you. And I surrender to God. But yet, I'm not getting the darshan and the voice that Dada has been saying.
There's only one reason. You know why you cannot hear the voice?
Why?
You know the answer, right?
No, please tell me.
You cannot hear the voice because you have too much noise.
Too much noise.
You remember the two words, Dasi? You cannot hear the voice. Why you cannot hear the voice, Dasi? Because there is too much noise.
But noise of what?
That is what is around you that you need to see. When there is stillness, Dasi, when there is complete stillness, you can hear the voice. And stillness doesn't mean just sitting in the room quietly, Dasi. Stillness means when you still the mind, you kill the mind. When there is no thought, Dasi, when there is no thought, just be thoughtless. Just be thoughtless, completely thoughtless. In that stillness, you will hear the voice.
Okay, let me try.
I hope you remember what I've told you. Noise, voice, I've told you some and divine instrument. I'm giving you some keywords. Thank you, Samatma. Who's that? Shivoham. Yes, Samatma.
Death is not the ultimate purpose. Death is just a bend, or rather it is a new beginning. So the ultimate purpose is to be liberated from the triple suffering of body, mind and ego, get enlightenment and attain moksha.
So are you liberated?
Live in total surrender.
So are you liberated from the triple suffering?
No, not yet.
You still experience pain and misery and ego. The ego is still making you either angry or hey. I mean, whatever. I'm asking you, is mind, ego, body still?
Yes, there is a little. I am not the body. I have realized.
Yeah.
Mind, though we have cremated it, somewhere thoughts pop up. So I'm not totally controlled. When it comes to seeing sip and everything, yes, that I have overcome wherever I was caught, but I have not got liberated.
So like I told Sudeep in this call, Samatma, I told Sudeep, come back to me where you are stuck, but you already have the answer. So when you have the answer, you know where you are stuck. You're saying, body, I know, I am not Samhita, I am Samatma. I am the Atma in Samhita. So you are already clear about that. But what you're saying, the me, the mind and the ego, it often disturbs you, distracts you, and stops you from that ultimate purpose. So now, you know what you need? You need introspection on me. You need to spend time in silence. Like I told Dasi, you need to still the mind, because Samatma, when you still the mind, when you keep on having this practice to still the mind, you kill the mind, you still the mind, you kill the mind. Because remember one thing, okay, for the benefit of Samatma, Dasi, and for the others, let me explain to you all today. It's very important to understand this. To still the mind, or to be in that state to hear the divine voice, there should be no thoughts. And the problem is that we get thoughts. Now, and I taught you, just like you can stop talking and walking and eating, you can stop thinking. But this needs a lot of effort, because you can easily stop eating. and talking and walking, but you can't stop thinking so easily because it is sometimes involuntary. Sometimes it is not something that you can stop. You are sitting, like I always tell you, thoughts, they don't knock at the door. They come uninvited and they smash you on the floor. Push them out and shut the door. Why I love this quote? I love this quote because before these damaged thoughts come in, we shut the door. It's very important for us to shut the door. Because Samatma, if we don't transcend mind and ego, then the problem is at death that mind and ego will come back again. So this should be your motivation. You should say, I am not me. I am not me. I mean, you should have some mantra which makes you, I am not the body that I see. I am not the mind and ego me. So you need to have some mantra which you contemplate on. And one of the best things, Samatma, to do is mind meditation. Where is the mind? You cannot find. You know that, and you know the mind meditation. And the body, very clearly, the body comes in the 9 months when you're in the womb of your mother. You know you're giving birth to a child. You know the body is, you didn't make the body. The body is created in the womb of the mother. And you have seen the death of somebody and the body returns to dust. So when there's clarity, I am not the body that will die. I am not the body that is born in 9 months. I am not the mind which I cannot find. Then what is the ego? Then the ego has no existence. The ego is just a false identity. So, you know, I was telling Dasi, there's a man in Singapore who died yesterday, some 94, 95, very famous man in Singapore, very, very famous gentleman. But death inspires us to realize tomorrow it will be my turn. I have to go. If it's not 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, I have to go. But if I don't get liberated, if I don't get Jivan Mukti, then I have to come back for another 100 years, and another 100 years, and another 100 years, and another 100 years. Good. Next. Anything more, Samatma?
No, sir.
Okay.
I will do this mind meditation and I will get back to you.
Yeah. So who else would like to talk about? We still have about 5 minutes before we end up, and I told Sudeep, of course, has the mic before end of the call. And Sudeep, whenever you're ready, you can come along. So Sudeep, is death the ultimate purpose of life? I'm still asking you all this question, and I'm sure at least 3, 4 or more of you can use this opportunity to say where you are. Where is your realization? Where is your understanding? Is death the ultimate purpose of life? Who would like to go?
Freedom while living is the ultimate purpose, not the death.
So, very good. Girish has given a new perspective to it. Girish, explain, Girish. It's a very good perspective, I understand. Please explain.
We should not be a slave to anyone, any event, any possession, money, relations. That is the freedom.
Very good.
Which
that
we
does
say
not
as
mean,
freedom.
See, what Girish is saying, many of you don't understand. Many of you think freedom from money and possessions and means you have to throw everything on the road. No, you don't have to throw everything on the road. Many of you don't understand. Freedom from possessions does not mean you take all your possessions from your house and you put it on the footpath. No. Freedom from wealth does not mean you close your bank accounts and give it for charity. No. But what Girish says, please pay attention. The purpose, is that the ultimate purpose of life? Girish says no. The ultimate purpose of life is freedom. Freedom. Freedom from the slavery. Freedom from the slavery. Suppose there's one person who's making you a slave. Maybe just one person. Mother, father, husband, wife, child, neighbor, friend, dog, whoever. There is one person who is making you a slave. You must be brave and cut that slavery. Many of us don't have the courage to cut that slavery. Many of us don't realize there is the purpose. The purpose is freedom. The purpose, I got my freedom when I was 16 years old. Nobody could control me. I decided at 16, this is what I will do. And this is what I will do. And right till today, I don't know. I will do what I want to do. Except one person, there was only one person in the world who could stop me. You know who, Girish?
Dadaji.
Only my Guru. Only my Guru. He was my spiritual mentor. He was my spiritual guide. He could stop me. Because I would go to him and say, this is what it is. And then he would say, no, this is not right. This is how you should do it. And he would explain to me. So my dear friends, Girish has given a very good perspective. Is death the ultimate purpose of life? To Girish, it is freedom. Freedom from slavery. Not this 15th August freedom which Har Ghar Tiranga. Huh? What is the Har Ghar Tiranga? This is good for Modi. Very good. As a Prime Minister, very good. But he is talking to 99% of the people. You are not the 99% of the people. You are the 1% of the people. And the 1% of the people, apart from Har Ghar Tiranga, you know what is your Tiranga? You know that, have you seen the flag? You have to look at the flag like this. Orange, white, and green. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the ego. And you look at the flag in the center, I am the soul. You look at the flag and you must see like this. I am not orange, I am not white, I am not green. I am the Ashoka Chakra. And Ashoka Chakra is a sign of Buddhism, the sign of Nirvana. Ashoka was a conqueror, and the chakra stands in the center of the flag. You want to be that. You don't want to be this orange, white, and green. You don't want. You don't want to be any political party. You don't want. That's all. That's all samsara. So I think we have got time for Sudeep. Are you ready, Sudeep? I didn't know. I told you. I promised you. I'll not end the call without you.
Yes,
Sudeep.
sir. So the mind and the ego, they attack me in two ways. One, I can see the enemy coming. So if I'm lucky enough to see that the enemy is coming, somebody is disturbing, I know that, okay, fine, when I talk to that person, he is going to tell something which I will not like. I already know that. So I call them as a known enemy. So I know that, okay, I'm going to get disturbed after I talk to him. At that time, I just tell myself, okay, ke sara sara, because I cannot change him. The only thing is that should I give him so much of importance that I lose my liberation? So is that person or is that thought also, when the mind tries to take over, so I'm getting some kind of a stupid thought, I always tell myself that, okay, fine, this thought is there, but is this thought so important that I can give up my liberation also, for which maybe I might have to take 10 more janmas to reach to this particular point. That time, yes, I tell myself, oh, no, it's not that very important. Suppose a person has to pay me something, even if he doesn't pay, that's fine, because his 10-20,000 is not more important than my liberation. So I'm able to overcome that. But at times, the things happen without my notice. Just as an example, just 2 minutes back, I was listening very carefully to what Girishji was saying. Immediately, my wife just came in. How many chapatis should I prepare? Now, that was an enemy that I could not even sense that this enemy is coming up.
Yeah.
So my first reaction was, "Arey, bata dunga." So immediately I got a bit stressed. Not stressed. I did not shout at her or something, but yeah, it just created a spike. Now this kind of spike, I'm not able to take care of these kind of the enemy who comes unattended.
So, Sudeep, what happened? These are unavoidable evils of life.
Right.
Correct. And there's no point in losing our peace of mind. You don't want to be rude to your wife. You don't want to do that. So in that state, without losing attention to what Girish is saying, instead of losing because what happens, I just give you the answer. You lose to the mind, because the mind is reacting to that wife coming and asking how many chapatis. Now I'm just guiding you, because you gave me a specific example. I'm giving you a specific answer. Be in consciousness. Don't answer her, and just put finger 4 up like this. But listen to Girish. Now you did the answer in consciousness. You did not lose your consciousness. You did not, because she has already interrupted your thought process by asking chapatis, but you're still listening to Girish. You're listening to Girish, but the moment, do you know what happened to you just now? Just for example, I'm telling you, this is called, Sudeep, this is called attitude. Because people don't understand the real meaning of attitude. Attitude is the way we react. So there are two options, Sudeep. Either we can react or we can respond. So if you are in the state of mind, Sudeep, you will react. And if you're in a state of consciousness, Sudeep, you will respond. So I'm just giving you these small tips, which I hope they will help you. Because you can't help it, Sudeep. I mean, the samsara will not stop. You think samsara will stop for you and me? Oh, samsara will not stop. Things will go on happening. I mean, this is not the beginning. Don't think this is the end. Now, next 1 minute, something else will happen. But you be in consciousness. And if you're in consciousness, even for Samatma, I don't know if Samatma is listening to me or not, try to be in consciousness. And when we are in consciousness, we don't have to react. 3 chapatis, 4 chapatis, and then namaskar. Yeah, because you don't want to be rude also, no? 3, namaskar. And your attention is on Girish and the conversation. And in course of time, your wife will come to know that if I go to him between 8 and 8:40, this is the answer I will get. She will come to know, and she will not get offended by it. Okay. Thank you. So, Bliko, I think you were last on the call, Bliko. You're outdoor, but I'm happy to answer you and hear your comment, Bliko. Is death the ultimate purpose of life, Bliko?
Shivoham. Shivoham, everybody. So death is not an ultimate priority. But what I see, the example of dream, when we are in the dream, we have no control over what's going on, and we think everything is real, and we suffer in that or enjoy in that dream.
Yeah.
I take the samsara, the waking experience, also like a dream. This is all lila. Nothing is true. So this is all divine cosmic drama going on, and you are also acting as a participant. So nothing happens is important than your peace of mind, and you get connected with the divine. You have no problem with what is going on around you, where you are, what you are doing, what others are doing, how people are behaving. That's all are less important.
So the question again I'm putting to you, is death the ultimate purpose of life?
No, the death is part of dream. So
what is the ultimate purpose? So what is the ultimate purpose of life?
Ultimate purpose for me is to live like a Jivan Mukta and see all this lila and enjoy the life.
Good. So Bliko has given a new perspective. Thank you, Bliko. Bliko's outdoors, but he has come online just for giving this answer. Thank you. Bliko says, for me, the ultimate purpose is liberation, Jivan Mukta, but to enjoy the drama. So he's given a new perspective. I like the perspective. So Bliko says, let us not be cynics. Let us not be cynics. Cynics means, sometimes we are very cynical. Many of you follow some swamis who tell, tapasya karo, 4 din vrat rakho, khana mat khao, pani mat piyo, maun vrat, you do all kinds of tapas. But this tapas is not going to help you. What Bliko says, enjoy the show. So we still have 1 minute. Luckily, Vivek wants to say something. Boliye Vivek, before I close.
शिवम जी.
शिवोहम.
अरे जी क्या कहते हैं, इनका शून्य जी का एक क्वेश्चन था, मैं उसका जवाब चाह रहा था.
क्या क्वेश्चन है? क्या है क्वेश्चन?
We all want freedom of ourselves but do not respect freedom of others. We try to slave them in the name of love, well-wishers, etc. How do we get rid of that bias?
Because Shunya ji jo bol rahe hai, we are creating slavery for others because we are behaving as body, mind and ego. Because we are behaving like body, mind and ego, we are disturbing others. If we are the divine soul and we treat everybody as a manifestation of divine, तो हम ऐसे करेंगे ही नहीं. हम अविद्या के कारण दूसरे की फ्रीडम में इंटरफेयर करते हैं ना.
हाँ जी.
तो अविद्या को दूर करो. हमारा क्या काम है किसी के फ्रीडम में दाखिल देना? Why should we interfere in the freedom of somebody else? But Vivek, remember one thing. Since you brought the point, Vivek, Apo Dipo Bhava. We have to concentrate on our enlightenment, our liberation, and our freedom. Going and kicking the football in somebody else's house or somebody else's life is foolishness. तो उसको वो बात छोड़ दो आप अपने मुक्ति के बारे में ध्यान दो. ठीक है?
हाँ जी. Okay. Thank you.
With that note, my dear friends, I think that today's call is a very profound call for those of you who want enlightenment. Remember this, the ultimate purpose of life is not death. Most people in this world, 99% of the people in this world, they live to die. We are not here to live just to die. Before we die, we must find out who am I. And when we realize I am the divine soul, when we realize I am the divine soul, then we are free. We are liberated. We are united with the divine. Thank you for your active participation and making this call very fulfilling. I bow down to you.